Aries, what's going on? It's your girl D here with your November 2021 Silent Enemies reading. I hope all is well with the Aries community. For those of you who are already in the 8th house energy community, what's up to you? Thank you for all the love and support you show to the channel and all the various ways you do. Excuse me. Appreciate you guys. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Hopefully you'll subscribe and hit the notification bell. I do post weekly. This is a channel for those who are on a spiritual journey to better themselves. So you will be challenged in these readings to pay attention to your intuitive energy. And this is what this reading is about. The Silent Enemies reading is designed to help you to pay attention to your intuitive nudges. Those of us who are on a spiritual journey, we understand that the people who are put in our lives are put here to teach us lessons about ourselves. So many of the people who are closest to us will manifest as karmic energy. Karmic energy is an energy that was sent to you to teach you a lesson about yourself. Once the lesson is learned, you disconnect from this person and you move on. Okay? A karmic partner could be a lover. It could be a family member. Okay? It could be your coworker. It could be your boss. It could be your cousin. All right? It could be your tenant, your landlord. But this is somebody who's in your energy that you have to deal with on a regular basis until the lesson is learned. And then once you realize what's going on, you leave the connection or they leave you behind. All right. So with that being said, we're going to get 3 cards out here, Aries. And we're going to see what energies you need to pay attention to so that if your intuition goes off about something like this, or it already has, you can, investigate it. And that's what you should do anyway. You shouldn't ignore your intuition just because it's going off with somebody you know. All right. You want to make sure that this person is okay too, because it could be that they're going through a rough time and they may need a friend. So paying attention to your intuition is beneficial to you in all ways. All right. Your intuition could be going off about a friend and you speak to them and say, hey, I notice you're a little off. You okay? They may say, oh, well, you know what? I'm just having some personal problems right now. Or, yeah, my mom, this and that and that and this, right? And then you can just say, okay, well, if you want to talk to me about it, cool. If not, just know I'm here in case you change your mind. And that's a false alarm. One that's not a false alarm is the same situation here where your intuition's going off about this person and you don't investigate it, but you find out later that, maybe you're missing some money or, this person slept with someone, dear to you or they did something foul. Right? And your intuition was telling you something, but you didn't pay attention to it. So we just want to make sure we pay attention to our intuition to keep us from being in situations where, we're most vulnerable. And we're most vulnerable to the people who have most access to us, okay? Empress energy, major arcana here of Venus. The second card here is the Queen of Cup energy. This is Cancerian energy. The third card here is the major arcana of Judgment, Pluto energy. We are in Scorpio season right now. Pluto is Scorpio's co-ruler and it's in the house of Capricorn. Now you got 2 major arcana here, Aries, which means that paying attention to your intuition is very important because it could have a major impact in your life in some way, shape, or form, as major arcanas do. So with this Empress energy here, this represents Venus energy. The masculine side of Venus is Libra. The feminine side of Venus is Taurus, right? So what we're looking at with Venus here is the Empress energy is in the Silent Enemies reading because, okay, let me just try to do this one at a time because I got so many energies coming to me right now in reference to what this is. For some of you, this is a mother figure, okay? You need to be careful. Your mother figure is your enemy in some way, shape, or form. Or your intuition is going off about her because something is going on with her. If your intuition is going on about your mother, check on her and see what's up, okay? Because it is showing up as silent enemy. It could have something to do with you. Another thing I get here is a boss, okay? A boss figure, somebody you work for, somebody you're employed with. It could be, I feel like it's the boss itself, not the organization, because to me the hierophant would be the organization itself. But I feel like it's an executive or a boss or your big wig or whoever you report to. I feel like there's something going on with them. Your intuition is telling you something's up. Follow up with that just to see what you could figure out, okay? Because it is showing up as a silent enemy for you. So it could be something that maybe there's some changes going on at the job and you might be part of those changes and you don't know it. And then when the change comes, it could put you in a situation of lack. there could be some announcements that's sent around to the job. Maybe they want you to answer a survey about something, or anything where maybe you ignore it and brush it off because, oh, it's just another thing for me to do. I ain't got time for that. If it's not a requirement, I'm not going to do it. And they may base a major decision on that survey information. So something simple like that, all right? But pay attention to what's going on in work. I feel like there's also an energy here that's stagnating you because the Empress is all about growth, okay? It's all about fertility. It's all about being able to manifest in the physical realm as well. And I feel like for some of you, that could be an issue. There could be something going on with your money. If it's not a work-related situation where your job could be in jeopardy, your financial stability or growth within the company could be in jeopardy, then for some of you, this is about your entrepreneurial energy or your entrepreneurial venture. The growth may be stagnated financially for some reason. You may have problems producing revenue. I'm not sure what's going on, but you definitely want to check that. So if you tap into the masculine aspect of Libra, that would be, your contracts. So check with your dispatchers. Check with your vendors, everybody that you have contracts with, you need to check with them and see what's going on, because there could be a situation here where you could be paying out more money than you're supposed to, or you could be being taken advantage of by a vendor. Okay, is what I'm getting here. So pay attention to your contracts. Some of you may have gotten into a contract because Libra season was all about contracts, whether it's in court or whether it's in the spiritual realm. So now that these contracts have been set or broken, now Scorpio season is the time where we're dealing with the results of it. We're dealing with the psychological ramifications of this change, right? Whether we like it or not. So I feel like for some of you, you may be careful. You have to be careful about a contract you sign. I feel like you signed a contract where you may be paying out too much money. Okay, and you're realizing that now, or you may have, agreed to work with this. Not a dispatch. I keep saying dispatch. Maybe some of you do work in dispatch, but you may have signed up to work for a vendor and you realize you're being taken advantage of in some way, shape, or form. Something's up with the contract, or maybe what they told you is not what's in the contract, but it's something like that, and it's going to put you in a position where you're going to have to make an executive decision about something. All right. So we got the Queen of Cups energy. This is Cancerian energy. Cancer is your fourth house. So yeah, with this Empress energy too, we're dealing with your physical manifestations as well as the contracts that you have. But with this Queen of Cup energy here, I don't know why that came to me. I just say what comes to me. I'm just channeling messages. With this Queen of Cup energy here, Cancerian energy, there could be, again, I get an energy for some of you is about your mother. You may need to check on what's going on with your mom. Okay? Or the nurturing figure in your life. It could be a grandmother. Okay, you may need to check on them. Something is going on with them that, maybe they're hiding, or, maybe you just ignored your intuition about something, or just somebody needs to check on them. Okay, this is also an energy of you not listening to your intuition about something. This is also, being careful that you're not getting in your emotions or getting emotionally tied up into a situation where, perhaps logic will prevail. Okay, is what I'm getting for some of you. Some of you are not taking care of your health. You're not listening to the intuitive nudges you're getting about going to the doctor or doing whatever it is you need to do in reference to your health. That's what I'm feeling for you as well. Your personal, private life. You need to be careful what you tell people as well. Some of you may need to check in with your children, or maybe you're questioning, some of the things that you're doing as far as with your children. You could be questioning that. Are you spending enough time with them? Are you, making sure that they're in a position where their emotional needs are being met? Like some of you could be questioning that, okay? And it could be because maybe you work a lot and you don't get to spend a whole lot of time with your kids. All right, but that's what I got for the Queen of Cup energy. Now, the last card we have here is Judgment. This is a major arcana of Pluto. So for you, Pluto is in your your 10th house, which is the house of your career. So yeah, some of you are definitely having some issues going on at the workplace, okay? Something's going on at the workplace. Now, I don't know how much you know, but if your intuition is going off about you making moves out of there, whether it's applying for another position or, the opportunity for you to, whether it's you actually applying for a position or maybe somebody's presenting another position to you and you're debating on taking it, or if you know something is going on with the company and you feel like, yo, I want to get out of here anyway, listen to that intuitive nudge, see what you can find out about it, but you're not far off. If you think something's up, you're not. So with the judgment energy, judgment is Pluto. Pluto is all about power struggles because Pluto is the energy of power. All right. When you want to look at power in the zodiac, you look where Pluto is. When you want to look at power struggles between you and other people, you can look where Pluto is. Okay. Death and rebirth, meaning that a situation is going to change whether you like it or not, is where Pluto is. Okay. So we all are dealing with Pluto and Capricorn energy right now. Capricorn energy is an energy of cardinal earth. So it's, the changing of a physical situation here. Okay. Because we are in Scorpio season, the opposite energy is Taurus. And with Taurus, that's about your physical possessions. Okay. So those physical possessions of some way, shape, or form are being taken away from us. And the opposite polarity of that is Scorpio. We have to deal with the psychological ramifications of it. Adjusting to that no longer being there. So this could be what, somebody could have lost a job, or they could be downsized in their position, or they could have left the one position and went to another. You hear those horns beeping? So for some of y'all definitely dealing with a career-oriented power struggle here. But it could also be about your morals and your values, what you would stand for, what you won't stand for. Okay, that could be something that's going on in the workplace. I keep thinking about this situation here with Kyrie Irving. He is an Aries. Now, the last time I checked, he was in, there was controversy in reference to the fact that because he plays for a New York basketball team. And New York has an executive order where anybody who plays in the NBA there has to have, they have to go to the doctor and get that taken care of. Well, he does not want to do that. The last time I checked, he didn't want to do that, and he wasn't going to do that. And so as a result, he was not playing. So, the 10th house was affected. All right. And I did your new moon and Scorpio reading as well. So check that out, too, because that's similar. So some of you could be going through a similar situation with your workplace. It could be something that's morally, for you, it questions your moral and fiber, your moral and ethical being. And this workplace environment is putting you in a position where it's you versus them, so to speak. And it could be all sorts of reasons why. But a lot of you are going through that right now. All right. So you're going to have to make a decision. All right. So it's showing up as a silent enemy because it could be that, maybe you're not realizing what the struggle is, or maybe you making the wrong choice and not listening to your intuition, and as a result, making the wrong choice. It could put you in a situation where, you could lose your job. For others of you, this could be a life and death situation with Pluto. Pluto does deal with death. And it could be you some of you could be dealing with an elderly passing away, or elderly person who could be ill, terminally ill. Some of you could be dealing with that and dealing with the, the psychological ramifications of having a family member in a position where they are passing away. So, I'm sorry that you have to go through that. But you're professional. Some of you may go change jobs, change industries altogether. Okay. Some of you are just basically looking back at your decisions you made in the workplace and looking at your career and, your achievements, your professional endeavors, and maybe you're considering doing something different. All right. So what we're going to do now with the extended is we're going to go into the extended. I'm going to pull 4 cards for each of these. All right. And we're going to see what additional messages Spirit has for you all in reference to this. So if this resonated as is, make sure you let me know in the comments how it resonated. Click the like button as well. And don't forget to subscribe, okay? Hit the notification bell because I post every week, fresh content every week. So you want to make sure you catch it when it comes out. For those of you who this did not resonate for, don't worry about it. Check your other placements. You're not just Aries, okay? And with that being said, check your other readings for the month as well. You're going to see a few of them show up on the screen as we close out the video. So speaking of which, We're going to head over to the extended. Links in the box below. If you need a personal, my information's in the box below. Hopefully I'll see you in the extended. If not, I'll see you in the next reading. Later, Aries.